What's going on there, Giant fans? It's your man Mayzo'S from Football with the Fellas, all about Big Blue. Hey, it's that time. It's time to make some predictions on our next game. Yeah, I was been basking in the glow of the W that we got over the Chargers. Now, next up, New Orleans Saints. And I'll go on record right now saying my prediction is going to be this. The Giants are going to win. Yeah. Mayzo'S the optimist says the Giants are going to win. Now, you know, Clay from Brooklyn, when he gives his predictions, you know him, he's the realist. So he's probably going to say the Giants aren't going to, be that, score that much on offense. Malik Neighbors is out. So, but, he'll probably bring his score down a little bit. But me, me, I'm the optimist. I'm always hyped up about the Giants. So, I'm not putting, Clay from Brooklyn down. I mean, he's hyped up about him too. I mean, it's all about Big Blue, So, but, oh yeah, wait a minute. Mayzo'S, all about Big Blue. It's us. Wait a minute, it's always all about Big Blue, baby. Yeah, can't forget that. Now, okay, Malik Neighbors is out, so that's going to cause a problem right there. We know that right there. There's no one guy who can replace Malik Neighbors. But what I'm looking at is this. This is a time for Jalen Hyatt. Actually, this is a great game for Jalen Hyatt to wake up. I mean, he's been on the field maybe a couple of times already in the first, 4 games. A couple of times, not that much. He should be on more from what we see as fans. I'm not sure what's going on in practice. But, this would be great, because we're losing the deep threat with Malik Neighbors out. But that's what Jalen Hyatt did when he was at Tennessee. He was a deep threat. But, one thing I would say, I hope Coach Daboll would think about this. Don't have Hyatt out, split out wide. Put him in the slot. I look back at some tapes from Hyatt in college. He was in the slot. He was most of the time he was in the slot doing work. So let's try that. Put Jalen Hyatt in the slot, and please, Coach Daboll, don't let him just run go routes. I mean, it's not about just getting endurance and getting his cardio and all of that. Just don't have him run go routes. I want to see him run some slants. Let him run slants. And then you know who's going to be open? Theo Johnson. I'm predicting Theo Johnson's going to have a big game. I say about 4 catches, over the middle, because remember, Giants and the old Giants teams, we always had a tight end who was great. Mark Bavaro, Shockey. Remember those names? They made our quarterbacks look good. And I believe Theo Johnson's going to do that, along with Daniel Bellinger. He's going to do that. So I think those two guys, our tight end room is going to be extremely important for, Jackson Dart to really get comfortable in the game. And I think he's going to really use them pretty well, especially in this upcoming game against the Saints. Now, we can't forget about Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton moves up to the number 1 guy. And, I think we can use him. Darius Slayton, I can see him, on a slant or two. I can see him going long a couple of times, making some big catches. Darius Slayton, he's got to have a breakout game. He's got to have a big time breakout game. And we can't forget Wan'Dale Robinson. Remember last year, it was all about throwing him a little out pattern. And matter of fact, it was behind the line of scrimmage. And so he had to, juke and jive just to get back to the line of scrimmage because there's 3 or 4 guys out there. So now we can like we did in preseason where he was going right up the seams, and he was catching. Wan'Dale was catching some deep passes. Wan'Dale was doing his thing, so I can see something like that. Maybe let him do a little out and then up and stop. Gotta get Wan'Dale into the game. Who else? Again, we know we're not going to forget our running game. Scatterboo! Yeah, we're going to you'll see Scatterboo doing this thing out there. I don't think Tracy is going to be playing in this game. I mean, he did hurt the shoulder, so he's a maybe for this game, but I wouldn't count on it. It's going to be Scatterboo all day, probably in the backfield. Can somebody whisper before the game, whisper in Jackson Dart's ear and says, when you run, don't throw your shoulder to get an extra yard against those D-backs, not those linebackers. We need your right arm. We need your right arm for you to throw the touchdown passes. So slide, rookie, slide. So, okay, you all promise in the comments. Put down there, say slide Jackson, slide Jackson, slide right there in the comments. All right. So I see. I'm talking about the defense now too. Wait a minute. I predict now that if the Giants could do the defensive alignment that Clay from Brooklyn talks about all the time, get 5 guys down, I believe that's what he said, right? And let Dexter get 1-on-1. And then if the Giants can stop the run, and it's going to be a little difficult because Alvin Kamara's back there and he's a really good back. But if the Giants stop the run, that means we can unleash Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, and Kayvon Thibodeau. We can unleash those guys, and they've been getting better and better as each game goes along. The Giants, defense put more and more pressure on the other team's quarterback, and I believe Rattler is going to get rattled in this game. I say my prediction: Burns is going to get a sack. Abdul Carter is going to get a sack in this game. Dexter's going to get a couple of rushes up the middle. I can see him doing that. Yeah. So my prediction for this game is, again, the Giants win. And my original score I had in our last episode, I believe I said 21-9. I'm moving that up to 23-9. Don't ask me why. I guess because I'm an optimist. Yeah, it's your man Mayzo, Football with the Fellas, all about Big Blue. Remember, everyone, please take a moment to like and share and drop a comment down there for us. We know you are Big Blue fans. You guys, you said you're enjoying our content, and we do appreciate you. So, smash that like button, hit that subscribe, put the comments down there. Let me know what you think the score is going to be. Yeah, okay. It's your man Mayzo, Football with the Fellas. All about Big Blue. Until next time, y'all. Peace. Let's go, Giants. Big shout out to El Marquis Productions, the talent behind the music and production here at Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue. Their beats bring energy and excitement to every episode. El Marquis' skills in mixing, mastering, and creating top quality sound make the podcast come alive each week. For your own projects, check out elmarquisproductions.com and take your sound to the next level.